Hello, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just going to give us a few minutes. While we wait for people to get in. So we will be doing one giant stream. I just want to make sure this card is the way I want it to be, because for some reason it changed. So yeah, this is not anything how I had it set up. So I'm sorry about this, guys. But hey, I guess it's time for people to get in and stuff. So. Yeah. Sorry guys, I'm not talking. I'm just trying to get everything up and running. And I forgot to change this to a 7 match. I'm sorry guys, thought this was all set up before. And so I have to do that all over again. Okay, let's just save my matches. Okay. Thank goodness I just saved my masters. And then main event. A no holds barred. Oh, you can only do no holds barred. Wow, that's stupid. Right, so I'm going to change that into an Extreme Rules match. LA Knight. Yeah. Taking on Rusev. This is Austin Theory versus Trick Williams. Look at Trick. I wish he could set himself up as a number one contender match, but I guess not. We're just going to give it a couple minutes to see if more people show up. Right now, it doesn't look like anybody's showing up, but for now, it's fine. I know I'm just going to save this. I know it's only 7 matches, but we can go. So I'm just going to lay out some rules with this here. So we have a minimum of 5 matches, a maximum of 8 matches. We do allow cross-brand booking. However, there is certain rules and limitations that we are allowing. Like, we can have cross-brand booking. But, however, the superstar that must appear on the show that they are currently the roster of more than any other show. So, for example, CM Punk is on Raw. He can appear on SmackDown and NXT. But rule is you have to appear more. He has to appear more and more. So in the span of 4 weeks, he can show up on Raw 3 or 4 times, but he can only do NXT or SmackDown once or twice. So he's on Raw more often, and they also must gain the permission of the GM of the brand that he's rostered in. So if NXT wants to use Gunther for some reason, they have to come to me and ask, can I please book Gunther in NXT this week? And I say, yeah, no, I haven't. I know this is good. I have him in a big rivalry and I can't do that right now. Or something like that. We can destroy and create factions. Like I have currently broken up the American Made. I just think it currently ruined how the Creed brothers are. Creed brothers were amazing in NXT. They came to SmackDown and saw, okay, these guys can be great. They had maybe 3 or 4 matches, didn't last long, and then they made him do American Made, which I didn't like at all. So I have broken up American Made. Chad Gable's going on solo one, as you can see with this match here. Creed brothers are going for the tag team championships eventually, but right now, no. I know you can't hear it. I'm using a Chromebook and it's not the greatest for streaming, so I apologize. I can figure out other ways I'm going to do this later on. Today I was in a bit of a rush and stuff like that. So we will be skipping the entrances because for now we'll talk through them. But so like I said, we can destroy and create factions. Like I said, I'm destroying American Made, maybe creating another one. I don't know yet. As of right now, though, this is the plan. We can use Legends only in 2 situations. We can use it in Royal Rumble entrances or in WrestleMania storylines. And there are trades in this game and in this Universe mode. And if a champion is traded, the championship is vacated. It does not move with them. They don't automatically get the same level of championship. So if it's the World Heavyweight Championship, if they get traded to SmackDown, they don't get the WWE Championship, even if that one is vacated in trade. So if I trade CM Punk for Cody Rhodes, they don't switch titles. They just vacate in each one. So for now, we'll skip entrances. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out other ways around this. Even I might have to go straight over to chest slap right away. I might have to go over to Twitch, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But now, this is a huge matchup to open up Raw. We have the World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk, taking on the Ring General Gunther. Gunther, in real life, has been one of the biggest heels in the company, up there with Dirty Dom, especially after retiring both Goldberg and John Cena in real life. But for now, he is going after CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. This is not a championship match, however. So right now, if Gunther can beat CM Punk here, it does go. And is he going to GTS right away? No. And then go back into chain wrestling. Just taunting him. However, this match will determine a lot of things. Can Gunther keep up with the World Heavyweight Championship? World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk? Most likely because it's Gunther. Yeah. As you can see, some of the bigger trades, if you haven't paid or you're not part of our Discord, there are some trades that we have announced already. The very first trade was a blockbuster between Raw and SmackDown, where Jade Cargill and Nia Jax came over to Raw. Rhea Ripley and Dakota Kai went over to SmackDown. Now, the next couple trades are to help NXT. because NXT in this universe mode is not a developmental league. It is equal. But they still have the NXT superstars. So we kind of tried to help out NXT in a way. I gave them Rayo, all three Americanos, Rayo, Bravo, and El Grande. Finn Balor, JD McDonough, and Io Sky. In return, Raw got Trick Williams, Shawn Spears, Josh Briggs, Izzy Dame, Blake Monroe, Hank and Tank, Miles Bourne, and Nico Vance. And then NXT and SmackDown also made a trade where NXT got Drew McIntyre, Braxium, Lash Legend, Julia, Shinsuke Nakamura, Shan, DIY, and Candice LeRae. And going back to SmackDown was Sol Ruka, Jordan Grace, Kalani Jordan, Jada Parker, all 4 members of Dark State, Zarya, Ricky States, and Shiloh Hill. So NXT is not a development. Oh, and powerbomb right to the outside of the ring. Now that hurt his back for sure. Gunther gets back in the ring. Oh, will he win by countout? 9. And CM Punk just gets back in at 9. And it goes into a knee. Don't know what happened there. And some clotheslines in the corner by CM Punk. Picks him up. Side slam. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. And Gunther kicks out at 2. Gets up. Goes for a powerbomb. Hits it. Goes for a pin. Will this do it for CM Punk? 1, 2. No, CM Punk kicks out. Great matchup here to open up Monday Night Raw here on week 2. I will admit, there was a week 1. I did it off camera just to kind of get things set how I wanted to. The only change is that Penta at Backlash, Penta beat Dom for the Intercontinental Championship. But things have been moved around. And as Gunther goes for the pin, 1, 2, and CM Punk kicks out. However, the WWE Women's Continental Champion is still Maxine Dupree. The Men's International Champion you can't see it here. Oh, it's Penta. So Penta beat him. Hasn't got moved to NXT Raw yet. So, NXT SmackDown. So he still is your current WWE Intercontinental Champion. As Punk went for flying clothesline, didn't get all of it, but with some heel kicks, he knocked down Gunther. Goes for a go to sleep. Will he hit it? Go to sleep. He hits it, but he's so close to the ropes. 1, 2. Gunther kicks out. Didn't need the rope break, and Gunther kicks out at 2. Some matches to look forward to here on Raw. You were gonna have this. You have them triple threat up next with between Penta, Gable, and Sheamus. Punk goes for an elbow. 1, 2, 3. That's it. CM Punk, your World Heavyweight Champion, has put away the Ring General, Gunther. Great matchup here tonight to open up Monday Night Raw. as we head towards, next one is Money in the Bank. I'll have to confirm that though. One thing I will admit though is SmackDown is supposed to have a number one contender for the WWE Championship Battle Royale. I might have to just make that a triple. I can't make a 7-way match. Okay, I'll figure that out. Because I am not sure how to choose people for a Battle Royal, because when I go to change participants, it doesn't work. So I'll figure that out. As we have here a triple threat match between Penta, I forgot to skip the entrances. Penta, Chad Gable, and Sheamus. Penta wanted a challenge. He is not defending the Intercontinental Championship in this match. However, super kick by Penta. If one, either Gable or Sheamus, does pin Penta here, it does definitely put them in the number one contender spot, potentially for the Intercontinental Championship. As Sheamus says, this is going to be a banger. This all he puts on is bangers. One. And Penta with an early pin attempt, but only gets a 1 on Sheamus. Gable, who has been relatively back and forth the entire time in his matches. So Sheamus did lose to Penta and off camera to become the number one contender. So Penta did face Dirty Dom at Backlash to win the championship. So this is kind of revenge here on Sheamus on Penta, but Gable did get involved. Sheamus going for the dirty pin, that is unlike him. But for now, it doesn't matter as Gable broke it up. And backbreaker to Penta from Sheamus. Goes for the pin. 1. Somebody brought a bat in. I did not see that before. Do not remember when that was. The Sheamus steps to the back of the head of Gable. No, Penta, sorry. I'll be right back, guys. Facebuster on Gable from Penta, and then a backbreaker to Sheamus. I didn't realize Penta is injured. I didn't realize that. That's why I was wondering what happened to him. Currently, Penta is injured. I don't know how long he'll be out, but in this universe mode, the injury didn't happen. So, Penta is your current Intercontinental Champion. If injuries do happen, we will look at it as to see how long they are injured for. Sheamus goes for White. Noise on Gable. But Penta's still up. Penta Sheamus goes for the cover, but Penta breaks it up instantly. But Gable, that must have hurt Gable. White noise from Sheamus is never an easy move to take. Backstabber from Penta onto Sheamus. And then Gable with the DDT from Penta onto Penta. 1. And Sheamus is there to break the pin. As both Gable and Sheamus are going right after the Intercontinental Champion in Penta. And neckbreaker there by Penta. Gable goes right back to attacking Penta. And interesting power slam with body slam, something like that. Looked like pedigree, but flipped it into a backdrop. Gable onto the shoulders. Side slam there by Gable. To the Sheamus slam, goes Sheamus for the elbow. Ignores Gable and goes right for Penta, but Gable doesn't like that. And attacks the leg of Sheamus. Gable face burst into the top turnbuckle. Suplex goes for the pin, but Sheamus is there to break up the bridge pin. Picks him up. Goes for the counter cross. Hits it perfectly as he goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Sheamus has beaten Gable and Penta in this triple threat match. Now, he didn't pin Penta, but this is definitely builds the momentum towards the Intercontinental Championship that he has been craving his entire career. Let's see if I can just skip entrances. As you see the results of the first 2 matches, CM Punk picking up the win over Gunther. And there you just see there Penta, Chad Gable losing in a triple threat match to Sheamus. Now here you have the World Tag Team Championship up for grabs between one of the greatest tag teams in history in Jimmy and Jey Uso, taking on the current tag champions in AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. Now, don't get me wrong, the tag champs are not the favorites in this match. Even if they are the current champions, you have one of the greatest tag teams in history in Jimmy and Jey. But they haven't teamed together in a while. That chemistry is always there, though, as brothers. And AJ just keeps attacking the leg of Jimmy Uso, hoping to take away some of the high-flying ability. AJ, the phenomenal one, suplex. Snap suplex there by AJ. And goes for a armbar. Will Jimmy tap out? No, Jimmy has not tapped out. And he gets out of it. Headbutt to AJ Styles by Jimmy. And he thinks that's it? 1. No, Jimmy must know that would not put away the phenomenal AJ Styles, but maybe just trying to waste his energy as Jimmy tags in Jay. And a couple shoulder. Oh! Ouch! Now that hurts. Tells AJ get up. And super kick by Jey Uso. I almost called him Jimmy. I'm sorry, Jay. Elbow drop by Jey. Tosses him to the corner. Another tag. The veteran tag experience between the Usos. Oh, as Jimmy tried to grab AJ before, he tagged Dragon Lee and did not work. And reverses there by Jimmy. Punch to the head of Dragon Lee. Jimmy tosses Dragon to the corner. Dragon Lee with the reversal. And STO or something like that, I believe that's called. As Dragon tags in the phenomenal AJ Styles. Jimmy still on the ground. Hopefully the audio is good. You guys can hear me. Picks up Jimmy Uso. Some slaps. And needs the knee on knee there. We're taking that in a couple different sports and does not feel good in any. Jimmy grabs AJ, brings him over to the corner. Just punches him. And Wally Slam into the corner and brings him out. Double axe handle to the back. Goes up top. Is he going for the Uso splash here? No, just a headbutt. But he goes for the pin right after. 1, 2. No, just a 2 count here on AJ by Jimmy. Picks him up. Man, this is for the... Oh. Jimmy goes for the super kick. Reverse play by AJ. Jimmy with a reversal. Jimmy tosses him into the corner. AJ with a reversal. And unique neckbreaker there. And tags in Jay. Jay is now illegal. Grabs AJ from behind. Turns him around. Picks him up. Brings him over to the corner. And face buster onto the top turnbuckle. Goes on the ground. Drop kick there by Jay. The Yeet Man is in complete control of this match here. But AJ is trying to get some momentum built for the current tag champions. Drop kick there by AJ. Ducks out of the way. There is Jay. Tags in Jimmy. And Jimmy goes for the dirty pin. 1, 2. Oh, if that would have been it, that would have been frustrating for AJ. As that would have might have set up a great rivalry between these two. But this has been a good match. And Uso splash. Will that do it? But Jay doesn't go for the pin. Jimmy doesn't go for the pin. But he does now. 1, 2. And kick out there by AJ Styles. Maybe that hesitation to go for the pin cost him there. Super kick. Picks up AJ. Clothesline there. Sliding clothesline. And just pushes him down with his foot. And tosses AJ to the corner. This is the experience of the Usos. What are they going for here? Side slam. Into an Uso splash. But AJ keeps up and Jay tags Jimmy right back in. This is an interesting call. Pele kick by AJ Styles. Pele kick. Let him tag in Dragon Lee. And now it's Dragon Lee versus Jimmy Uso. And some quick kicks there by Dragon, but Jimmy Uso with some punches. Dragon Lee with the reversal. Spanish Fly. What a move there. 1, 2. Only a 1 count. Kicks out right before the count of 2. Tags in AJ. AJ. Sliding forearm. Tells Jimmy to get up. Goes for the Styles Clash. And hits it. Will this retain for the retention of the tag champs? 3. That's it. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee win. As Jey Uso wasn't able to get there in time. And still, your tag team champions, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. Don't get me wrong, the Jey Usos did put up a good fight, but they just weren't able to take down the current champions. As this Raw division is tag division is getting ruled by some good tag teams in it. Next up, though, we do have a huge match. As if you have the first match of the Women's World Championship Tournament. As we have Becky Lynch taking on Nia Jax. There is only 8 females. Oh, and I like turn entrances off, but I guess not. Becky Lynch here faces Nia Jax. She will face the winner of this will face the winner of Naomi and Raquel Rodriguez. And then in the other half of the bracket, you have Liv Morgan taking on Nikki Bella. And a match later on tonight, you have Stephanie Vecchia taking on Jade Cargill. The winner of those two halves, either Becky Lynch, Nia Jax, Naomi, or Raquel Rodriguez, will face the winners of Liv Morgan, Nikki Bella, Stephanie Vecchia, and Jade Cargill at the next PLE for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship that is currently vacated after Rhea Ripley was traded, after Jade Cargill was traded away from Raw to SmackDown. Let me just get that trade up again. Yeah, after Jade Cargill was traded from SmackDown to Raw, and Rhea Ripley was traded the other way, they would take on the vacated championship. This is a huge tournament for all of these women. Because I didn't realize that was one bodysuit from Becky Lynch. I thought she was just wearing 2 different parts, but it's all one suit, skin color in the middle. I think this is what she wore in and Becky with the knockdown. I think she wore that top at least at Sri Lanka, and goes for this super slide slam there by Nia. Now, Nia Jax is always the favorite due to her strength and power in this tournament. However, you still have veteran experience like Becky Lynch here. You have the experience of Naomi. You have Nikki Bella's Hall of Fame experience. Like, this is a loaded, absolutely loaded Women's World Heavyweight Championship tournament. And don't forget, you still have the power of Jade Cargill. Nia Jax versus Jade Cargill will be an absolute powerful match. If that ends up being the finals, they're in 2 different parts of the bracket, and Nia Jax with only a 2 count on Becky there, and she is pissed, as you can see with her reaction of that kick out. Nia Jax brings her over to the corner. Face first into the top turnbuckle. She's going for the Annihilator. Will Becky get out? Move out of the way in this. Annihilator. Will that do it? 1, 2, No, Becky kicks out of the Annihilator. What resilience here by Becky Lynch. I do have something planned at 3 p.m., guys, so I might not be able to do all stream. I might only be able to do Raw and NXT here tonight. And then tomorrow night I will do the SmackDown. Or maybe later tonight, one of those two. But as of right now, I might not be able to, depending on how long these matches go. We are only in the fourth match, I believe, of Monday Night Raw of the 7-match card, and we're already 40 minutes in. As a roll-up goes here by Becky, only a 1 count. Grabs Nia, tries to bring her over to the ropes. Doesn't work as Nia gets out with some elbows. Tosses over the top rope, but this is not a battle royale. She needs to get her back in the ring and pin her. Now, if there's a double count out, I will have to talk to the GM to see what we will have to do. As I'm just a commentator right now. Leg drop there by Becky. However, these women will try not to get a double counter, obviously, as they want to proceed in the tournament. The count is at 4 right now, and they're not looking at the ring at all. 5 count. Uppercut to the back of the neck of Nia. 6. Tosses her down. And Becky gets back in the ring. The ref's at 8, I believe. And 8. Nia just getting back up. Ref's warning her, and she gets back up into the ring at the count of 8. Between 8 and 9. Side slam there. With DDT, sorry. Neck breaker on the top rope. That must hurt. The ref starts his count at 1 for the count out. 2. No, Becky goes back out. But she knows this wouldn't be enough to put away the power of Nia Jax. Face first on the hardest part of the ring in the apron. Picks her up. And just shows the power. Oh! That must hurt. Attacks the knees of Becky. The man not looking great right now. Is Nia just overpowering Becky. As Becky's trying to recoup. But Nia doesn't let her. As I think that was a trick. As Becky goes for the disarmer. But she can't tap out here. It's the outside of the ring. But that still will put her in a lot of pain. And manhandle slam on the outside. She needs to get her back in the ring. Tosses her down. Jumps over her body. And gets her back in, and goes back inside the ring. Nia gets up at 6. What is Becky going for here? Double axe handle. Thinks she's trying something else. Goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Becky Lynch has beaten Nia Jax. I don't know if you consider that an upset, but Becky moving on to the champion to the semifinals of this tournament. As you see, we have 3 matches left here tonight on Raw. Then we have NXT and SmackDown. But I don't think I'll be able to get all 3 of them done. missing off all the entrances. Next up, you have this triple threat match as the number one contender for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. As we have Lyra Valkyria, the first ever Women's Intercontinental Champion, taking on Ivy Nile and Natalia. Natalia, female who's done everything in this league, in this WWE. Ivy Nile, and both Lyra and Nile, both one of the best upcoming young talents in the WWE female division. Even though Ivy Nile hasn't really done much, and as of late, with American Made kind of almost over, not the greatest currently. Natalia with some heavy stomps. The Nile. Lyra goes to the outside to get a weapon. Brings in a sledgehammer. Tribute to the CFO and Triple H. Leg sweep there by Lyra. Try to go for a springboard leg drop, but missed. As Ivy now grabs a baseball bat. And suplex there by Lyra. One. And only a one count as Natalia's pulled out of the ring. Turns Ivy now around. The winner of this will take on Maxine Dupree eventually. The winner of this will take on Maxine Dupree for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. Nightwing by Ivy on Ivy Nile. Doesn't go for the pin though, as she wants to make sure Natalia is down. And now and just attacks Ivy Nile and goes for the pin now. As Natalia ward out of the ring. 1, 2. Oh, kick out there by Ivy Nile. 1 second, guys. My mom's back coming upstairs. I'm back. Nope, mind. Some kicks there by Lyra Valkyria. Ivy now turns her attention to Lyra. Lyra has been doing great in this matchup. But can she put it away? Ivy with a drop kick, a single leg drop kick. Lyra rolls out of the ring. Ivy grabs a sledgehammer and attacks Natalya. Goes for the pin. 1. But Lyra tries to get back in the ring, but it didn't matter as Natalya kicked out. Step up insecurity there by Lyra. What a story will be for Natalya, though. Natalya, the girl who trained Maxine Dupree for the Intercontinental Championship in the Hart Dungeon. That would be a great matchup. But goes for the big, and then double drop kick there by Ivy now with the breakup. Lock arm suplex, double huge drop kick there by Lyra. And another step up mid scary by Lyra. Goes for the pin on Ivy. 1, 2. Oh, Ivy kicked out just in the nick of time. Dahlia with the suplex there on Lyra. Double axe handle there by Ivy on Natalya. Side slam there by Lyra. Some chest blocks or whatever. I can't remember. I keep forgetting what they're called. Elbows by Lyra. And side slam there by Ivy onto Lyra. Lyra. I can't talk. Dahlia picks her up. And just showing the strength of the veteran Natalya. Spat body drop. The suplex onto Ivy. Lyra's there to break it up though. Lyra turns her attention to Natalya. It seems like both of these females have just been targeting Ivy Nile as Ivy grabs the sledgehammer. Picks her up. Nightwing! But Natalya just got up. 1, 2. And picks up there is Natalya. If Natalya stayed down for half a second longer, I think this match would have been over. Attacks the leg of Lyra. Goes for a pin. 1, 2. Kicks out there by Lyra. Oh, but goes for the figure 4. But Lyra's there to break it up. Lyra with double axe handle. And then just goes for the pin right in front of Natalya. Natalya doesn't like that. She picks it up instantly. And body slam there by Lyra. Ivy now takes advantage of the distraction. Okay, kick. Just a fury of kicks here by Lyra. On to Lyra, sorry. Natalya with some chest blocks, and goes for the powerbomb. Natalya turns her attention to Lyra. The only one standing right now is the former everything champion, the former Grand Slam champion, other than now the Intercontinental Championship, because I was introduced after she started, after near the end of her career almost, I would say. She's starting to near the end of her career. But that does not matter. Natalya wins at pinning Ivy Nile. And now we'll set up a mentor versus mentee championship match between Natalya and Maxine Dupree. What a turn of events as the veteran takes care of the two young kids. But next up, you have another one for another championship tournament match between Jade Cargill and Stephanie McCare. Now this one could be great, as you have the two very powerful women in Cargill and McCare. I always thought there was an N in her name. I do not know why. In McCare's. But you have the co-main event here tonight. A Women's World Championship tournament between Jade Cargill and Stephanie McCare. The winner of this will take on the winner of Liv Morgan and Nikki Bella. Maybe we can reignite the rivalry between Bella and McCare. That was actually not intended at all, but it's fine. As we can set that up in the storyline somehow. But McCare with some powerful moves right away. And I thought she was about to go for the devil's kiss, but no. She just goes for a leg choke. Powers her down. Picks her up. The power of McCare. As we go into some chain wrestling, Cargill wrenches on the neck of McCare. Turns around, gets the back of his McCare. Powering out his Cargill. As she now takes the back. As these females are very well matched. As McCare takes her to the ground. Wrenching on the neck. Very evenly matched of these two. Oh, what a chokehold here and the powerful legs of Jade Cargill. Was for flying forearm, but Stephanie steps out of the way. Picks her up. Body slam there. Goes for a pin. 1. Oh, just a 1 count. Kept up there by Jade. Irish whips her to the rope and body slam there. Powerful kicks by Jade. Stephanie rolls out of the ring. Again, just to reset itself. Goes for Jaded! With some extra amplification as Stephanie hit the ropes on the way down. But Stephanie with a kick out. Jade mad at that. Jade goes to the top rope. Elbow drop there by Jade. I was going to say, how do you end this match without... I don't think McCare had a match recently without having the Devil's Kiss in it. I might be mistaken with that, but in real life, I don't think she's had a match without a Devil's Kiss since at least her time in NXT. And that might be... No, even in her championship loss, I think she had a Devil's Kiss in there somewhere. So I don't remember the last time she's had a match without it. So... it's just too fan favorite of a move, I think. focuses on the leg. Very smart here by the young rookie. Technically, Bakura is a rookie. So, very smart by the young rookie. She's already in the World Championship tournament here in her first year in WWE. Now, don't get me wrong. She's not a rookie to the ring. She has been dominant everywhere she goes. And with stuff like the SVB bomb, the Devil's Kiss, stuff like the Devil's Kiss, and the power of Bakura, you can understand why she's been dominant everywhere she goes. Jade Cargill doesn't care about that, though, as Stephanie is building momentum here. And she just keeps flying high and high. Oh, goes for the spinal tap. Does not work as Jade rolls out of the way. Tells Stephanie to get up. What is Jade going for here? Oh, try to go for the crossbody. Rolls out of the way. Drop kick there as these girls just keep flying. Not a typical match between these two. One. And only a 1 count there on Jade. As you don't see these girls go flying very often in their matches. It's mainly about power and eat defeat. Or whatever that's called. I believe it's something like that. That's what Mishin called it. Flying elbow there by Stephanie. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. And 2 count there for Stephanie on Jade. Suplex there. Jade rolls out of the way of the stomp. You're still having a great match here. This has been a great card in my opinion. Mexican Destroyer by Jade Cargill. To be honest, I don't know the difference. I don't think there's a difference between Mexican and Canadian Destroyers, but whatever. Goes to the knee and fallaway slam in a way. A modified fallaway slam. Turns around. Goes for another Jaded? No. Just goes for the elbow. Snap. Throwing suplex there. Don't get me wrong, guys. I don't know the name of every move, so if I might mix them up like that. I'm sorry. Goes for Jaded again. Boom. Hits it for the second time. Will this do it? Stephanie's busted open. 2, 3. Jade Cargill advances into the tournament and will take on the winner of Liv Morgan and Nikki Bella. Next week, we will have Naomi and Raquel Rodriguez. Sorry, Naomi versus Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan versus Nikki Bella to set up the final 2 matches in the tournament. But here we have the main event of the evening. The number 1 contender, Extreme Rules match for the Intercontinental Championship. As LA Knight takes on Rusev, Austin Theory, and Trick Williams in a fatal 4-way. This is hard to commentate, so I'm going to try my best. Austin Theory taking on Trick Williams right now. Trick throws Austin into the corner. Neckbreaker there from LA Knight onto Rusev, but then focuses his attention on Austin Theory. Now, don't get me wrong, there's not that much history between these 4 superstars. Stomps there to the chest by Rusev onto LA Knight. Powerbomb onto Trick Williams. All of these four have had great careers so far. Trick Williams, obviously being the youngest, has had a couple great ones as NXT and TNA champion. LA Knight, obviously a couple-time United States champion. Austin Theory, same with him, with a couple United States championships. Rusev, with the United States champion. I believe he was a world heavyweight champion at one point as well. All of these four have had championships before as they go for the Intercontinental Championship number one contender Extreme Rules match. This was supposed to be a no holds barred match. However, the game doesn't allow a fatal four-way no holds barred. So it is what it is for now. But these four have a lot to fight for. As LA Knight takes his attention to Austin Theory and Rusev tries to interrupt that. Power slam there by LA Knight onto Rusev and gets the kendo stick. Taunts it with it. Trick Williams ducks out of the way of the kendo stick attack by LA Knight and jumping DDT there by Austin Theory onto LA Knight. There is a table set up to the outside of the ring. I don't know what that move was that was Austin Theory, but it was some kind of Blue Thunder Bomb in a way. I don't know what to call it, but a jumping splash there by Theory. I would say the power of Rusev must be the favorite, and your underdog in this match might have to be Trick Williams just due to his lack of experience in this kind of a matchup. As he has not competed for the Intercontinental Championship yet in his career, as obviously he's still on the main roster, on the NXT roster in real life. But for now, we will focus on this match as LA Knight gets in the ring. Trick Williams taking on Austin Theory. Dropkicks almost hit into the table, but LA Knight takes the table away. Right after that, and Trick Williams focuses his attack on Rusev. LA Knight, yeah, taking up, looking at, jumping neckbreaker there by LA Knight, and goes to the second rope, but decides better as Trick Williams gets up. Rusev is focusing on his attack on Austin Theory on the outside of the ring as LA Knight still looks to see what they're doing. Tosses Williams spinning elbow as Trick Williams rolls out of the ring. LA Knight tries to attack Rusev with his couple elbows in. Reversal there by LA Knight as all four are now in the ring, but jumping heel kick there by Rusev and super kick there by Rusev goes for the pin on Austin Theory. Trick Williams just gets there in time as he just realized what's happening as he was on the ropes. As that might have done it, but LA Knight attacking Austin Theory with a body slam on the outside of the ring as Trick Williams goes for the submission on Rusev. No bueno there. LA Knight attacks Trick from behind. Face first slam. Neckbreaker there on Rusev by LA. Goes to the second ropes. And jumping LA Knight elbow on Rusev. Goes to the pin. Glitches the table into the ring, but works. Trick shot by Trick Williams onto LA Knight. But with a fatal four-way, that will not do it. As you have other competitors you have to worry about. That could have done it for Trick Williams in a one-on-one match, but not in a fatal four-way when you have three others watching over you. I think Trick was trying to throw the stairs at Rusev, but hit the corner of the post, corner of the ring instead. As LA Knight now goes for stairs, and Rusev tried to go for a ladder. As LA Knight just hit Trick Williams and Austin Theory with the stairs. And now look at the strength of Trick Williams just carrying around these stairs like it's nothing. Literally all the way around the ring. Just like chasing Rusev in a way, I think. Literally, he's taking an entire lap with the stairs and finally attacks. Jumping neckbreaker there by LA Knight is he's the only one standing now as Austin Theory just got to his feet. Turns him around. Clothesline. I thought he was going for a BFT on the outside, but no. Trick gets out of the way of that spinning boot there by Trick. Williams tried to throw Rusev into the ring, but Rusev said, no. Rusev on Austin Theory. Austin Theory with a reversal into the ring. Bust LA Knight with a fist to the temple of Trick Williams, busting him open. Rusev sets up the table. He just set it up on fire. Rusev just set the table up on fire. Now, don't get me wrong, it won't happen in this game because it's probably just going to get taken down, but whatever. Rusev just set up the table and set it on fire. Interesting move there by Rusev. Now see if he can put someone through it. Williams throws Theory into the ring. And BFT to Trick Williams on the outside of the ring. Austin Theory's inside. There's Trick Williams with the elbows onto Rusev. Sorry, LA Knight with the elbows. Elbow there by Rusev. Trick Williams gets up. He's been taunting a lot, Trick Williams has. I guess he's not used to this kind of match, so he doesn't really understand what he's supposed to do, I guess. I don't know what the reason is, but he has been taunting a lot, and that's just, I guess, part of his ego. He thinks he's better than anyone. And don't get me wrong, Williams is good, and he is one of the better ones in the ring. But remember, this isn't NXT. You are competing against former champions, former World Heavyweight champions, former United States champions. In all three, I believe, have won a United States championship other than Trick. Austin Theory tosses Trick Williams. LA Knight tosses Trick Williams down. Austin Theory picks him up, neck to the knee of Austin Theory. As that corner, I believe Triple H calls that Shield's corner, is very busy. LA Knight throws Austin Theory into the ring. Face first to the knee of Austin Theory by Trick Williams, and Rusev breaks up the pin. Face first into the burning table. What's LA Knight going for here? I think he was trying to go put Rusev through it, but Austin Theory and Trick Williams got in the way. And it goes down. I knew that would happen, to be honest. BFT on Austin Theory. 1, 2, 3. LA Knight wins your main event here on Monday Night Raw. And he is your new number one contender for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Great match here. Right, I will be right back. Hi, Austin Gaming. Hope you're doing well. Give me like 5 minutes. I want to go and grab something to eat. Been streaming for about an hour and a half, but it's been good. Just give me 5 minutes, okay? Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Right, let's get the show on the road. Stratton versus Lash Legend. Now there's not that many big storylines in this match card for NXT. It's kind of just to show me what you have. Stratton running forearm into the corner. This is a good matchup, though. You have power of Lash Legend versus the strategic Tiffany Stratton. Roll up by Lash. Only one count. On the former woman. On the former. Is she still? No, she's still the WWE Women's Champion, really. Body slam. Yeah, by Stratton. Lash going to the top rope. Don't see this very often. Jumping shoulder tackle there by Lash. Goes for a submission there is Tiffany Stratton. Knee to the head. And there is a reversal. Only a one count there on Stratton. So there won't be much commentary on this match, guys. I'm still eating a bit. Drop kick there by Stratton. Into the corner of the stairs. Picks her back up. Tosses her over to the other side and Lash falls down. Oh! What a clothesline or uppercut there by Lash, but Stratton gets up and does one of her own. Stratton goes for the pin. Only a one count. Oh, powerbomb there by what's her face? Lash. Tosses it to the ropes. Elbow drop after big body. I don't know what to call it. Lash just showing the power. So, choke slam from the top rope. 1, 2, 3. Lash Legend with the win over Tiffany Stratton. Lash Legend showing her power here tonight. I'm done eating, guys. Lash really showing her dominance, just pure dominance. I don't know. Tiffany Stratton barely had any offense in this match. I mean, I guess this is technically still part of a celebration because she technically was part of the metaphor at the point this game was released. But anyway, next matchup, you have another one-on-one match. I can't remember what it is though. If this game were low, please, game. Pete Dunne versus Tommaso Ciampa. Obviously, these two have had a lot of experience with each other. NXT, SmackDown, when with DIY and New Catch Republic, or even at DIY in the bar, when Pete Dunne used to be referred to as, well, he doesn't like me calling this, he doesn't like being called this anymore, but Butch. But when he used to be called that, he was part of the bar, I believe it was. No, it wasn't called part of the bar. The bar was way better. What was it? Sheamus's group. I can't remember anymore. But that's gonna bug me. The Brawling Brutes, there we go. With Sheamus, Ridge, and Pete Dunne. Back when they were part of the Brawling Brutes, they had a lot of experience with DIY. Same with New Catch Republic. But this is a one-on-one match between these two. Goes for the triangle choke here. Will Tommaso Ciampa out? Tommaso Ciampa out. Wow. Tommaso tap out, I meant. Tommaso Ciampa tap out. Oh my god. Anyway, we go. He doesn't, as he powers his way out of it. And just furious punches by Tommaso Ciampa. Even when these two were solo artists, when Tommaso Ciampa was the Blackheart and Pete Dunne, when he first came to NXT, these two had a lot of experience with each other then too. So when Pete Dunne came from NXT UK to, and Ciampa kicks out at 2, just barely low. Pete Dunne eyeing him up. Turns him around. Can't remember what he calls that because I haven't watched Pete Dunne wrestle in a while. 1, 2, 3. Pete Dunne shows Ciampa what it's like to be back in NXT. Pete Dunne just kind of dominated most of the match there. As next up, we have another one-on-one match before a tag team match. Next up, we have Thea Hale taking on Julia. Now, don't get me wrong. Thea Hale is definitely the underdog going into this match versus Julia. But Thea Hale has proven and has shown that even as part of it, as the underdog, she's a grown-ass woman. And she has shown a lot of potential recently as your current NXT Women's North American Champion, I believe. Oh, no. Yeah. As she beat Blake Monroe, in all honesty, to me, not controversial. Obviously, people say that she had her elbow up. Blake Monroe did, but I don't think so. And it looked a bit of an accident, but I think that was on purpose, just to kind of keep Blake Monroe's a bit like not to put her down too much, I should say, by losing to Thea Hale. Now, where will WWE go with Thea Hale as NXT North American Champion? I don't see very far. I see Blake Monroe winning it back in a couple weeks. Give her a couple weeks, and then Blake Monroe wins it back. But as of right now, I don't see too much in the future of Thea Hale as NXT North American Champion, Women's North American Champion. But anyway, let's focus on this match and not real life, because you never know in real life, because WWE is so predictable. Sorry. Yeah. Like that's why I don't see her coming up with. I don't think they'll just run it back next week and say, "Oh, now Blake Monroe's running it." They have to roll with it. They have to roll with her as champion. And Thea as champion, I don't see very far. So I think maybe at the next PLE, whatever that is, I can't remember. Oh, New Year's Evil. Yeah, I think she's going to win it back at New Year's Evil, just so that they have back to what the storyline was and what it's supposed to be. Julia in this match though, Julia has not shown any offense at all. But really, if you look at Thea Hale, and she has had a couple of good weeks recently. I love her Kimura lock. It's a beautiful move. It's beautiful that way she pulls that off. But I just don't see her as being a champion too long. Now, in this game, I don't think her finisher is the Kimura lock. I think it's still whatever it was when she was a Chase U student, but they ended Chase U, so I don't know. I can't say they ended Chase U. They ended that version of Chase U with the Duke Hudson, Riley something. So now they have Caleb Dixon and Uriah Connors, I believe. A power slam there by Julia. And goes for the pin. 1, 2, and Thea with a kick out. Now, was Blake Monroe going to go for the longest? 1, 2, 3, and with the Rivdachi knee, Julia picks up the win. Now, was Blake Monroe ever going to become like the longest ever women's North American champion reign of all time? No, but who knows, right? Next up, you have a very exciting tag match between Javon Evans teaming up with Leon Slater, and you have Fraxium. These are two of the highest flying teams you will see in WWE. This could be a very fast-paced match. I was going to say fast match, but it's not going to be a fast match. I don't think it's going to be a fast-paced, beautiful match. In real life, I would love to see this though. These two in real life, I would love that. In this game, I don't think it's going to be that much, but in real life, it would be beautiful between these two teams. As these are two of the fastest-paced teams you will see in WWE. Obviously, Fraxium, known as one of the fastest, and you have Javon Evans and Leon Slater, two of the higher-flying young kids in the league, in the WWE, we should say. This is not for any championship. NXT does have their NXT Tag Championships back after a couple years at least. But as of right now, this is not for the vacant NXT Tag Team Championships. But I do see these two teams as being up there in the championship contender when they do eventually come out with some way of getting a team to win it. Now, Javon Evans and Leon Slater are officially a team, but they don't have a team name yet. Faxium, obviously, Nathan Frazier, Axiom, combine the names because that's what WWE just loves to do. You look at Zarya and Zoruka with Zoruka. Faxium. Like, where's the creativity with these names now, though? Like, what? They're going to call these Javon and Slater Slevin? Like, Slevins? I don't know what they're going to call them, but, like, that's the thing. Like, you combine these the names. Like, what, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee? AJ Lee? No. Like, Style Lee? I don't know, right? Like, some of the names don't work, and that's why they don't even give them a name. Like, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee have been tag champs for a month or so now, and they still haven't came up with a team name for them because the names don't combine very well. Because that's the only type, like, yeah, you have Judgment Day, but that's a faction. You have War Raiders, New Day, but those are old schooler names. Those are, like, they're years ago, right? When they come up with those names. They just, I think one day they were called the Viking Experience, and they hated that because it sounded like a Disney ride. I think Vince was like, one of you's Eric, one of you's Ava, I don't care which one. So they came up with that, but Viking Experience was a terrible name, and it truly is, in my opinion. But I just don't get these naming. Like when they ask for suggestions, everyone says Zoruka. I'm like, cool. But that's just like whatever kind of name to me. I hate the name combination team names. Just sounds so boring. Like Heaven and Hell would have been a great name for Zoruka. Yeah, Zarya is known as like one of the demons, right? Like a demon, and Zoruka is this heavenly spirit, heavenly Hawaiian girl, or something like that. But no, they went Zoruka. Let's combine the names. Anyway, let's focus on this game, this match, as I went on tangent there. But Javon with a kick to the back. The elbow drop. I will try to eventually figure out a way to stream with both my mic and the game. Now, I am currently using a capture card so that there's almost no delay between what you see and what I see. But I also have a Chromebook, and OBS and Streamlabs don't really work on Chromebook. So I'll have to figure out a way to do that. But Axiom with a pin on Devon, only a 2 count. Beautiful tag team move there by Axiom. Oh, knocks down the ref in the meantime. And the ref is down. That means the pinfalls will be a lot slower now. It's like kind of getting this game, but I also think they went a bit too much. You go 1, 2 to 1, 2. Like, that's a bit too much in my opinion. If you went from 1, 2 to 1, 2, like maybe half a second more or something, that's fine. But like, it feels like there's the pin battle's a double now. You're actually going with 6 count more. I know it wears off eventually. Like, if they went for a pin now, let's see, 1, 2. Now it's back to normal. But right after, like, 30 seconds after, it's like a double count. It's kind of weird in my opinion. But man, I've just been going off on tangents. I'm sorry, guys. I should be really focusing on this game, on this match. As this is a great match. It's just been going on tangents and tangents. I'm sorry. Reversal there by Leon Slater. Now, Slater is a guy who's kind of confused on. I thought he was part of the roster of TNA, but I guess he has a contract with TNA and WWE or something. He's mixed. He's on roster with NXT, so I don't know. But I think they just kind of wanted that as a tag team. And Spanish Fly there by Axiom. Goes for the pin. 1, 2, and kick out there by Leon Slater. Now, these are cause guys, so that's why the entrances aren't always going to be great with them too. So when I do get to streaming with the entrances, I'm sorry. I'll see what I can do about and tag there in with Javon about maybe even just using Spotify or something to 1, 2, kick out by Javon to use their real entrance music. Now, obviously, their entrances won't be the same, but we can figure that out. Maybe they'll finally put in, like, there's so many people in NXT that aren't in this game. Like, in real life NXT. Blake Monroe is not in this game. Leon Slater's not in this game. Hank and Tank, I don't understand why Hank and Tank aren't in this game. They've been on the WWE roster for years, but they have never been in this game. And maybe that's because of contract issues. I don't know. But Hank and Tank are one of my favorite tag teams in the NXT. The Belly Boys. And they're not in this game. And I hate that. Honk. Honk. But anyway. Before I go on another tangent about how bad most of the stuff aren't in this game, let's keep on this match. Because this is a great match. And hot tag there to Leon Slater. Axiom with the reverse into the corner. Leon with the elbow. Picks him up. I think this is a finisher. Goes for the whatever I don't even know what that's called. Probably something with space. 1, 2, 3. Leon Slater with 2 eyes. Leon Slater and Javon Evans win, beating Fraxium. Now this is a dangerous tag team, these two. Right, next up. we have another one-on-one match. This one between Io Sky and JC Jane, two of the faces of the female division here on NXT. Which one will come out on top? Your current NXT Women's Champion, JC Jane, or one of the biggest trades they've done here in NXT, picking up Io Sky. Now, Io Sky is one of the faces of WWE in general. JC Jane, one of the faces of NXT. Two-time NXT Women's Champion. I believe she won the... No, that's the only championship she won, I believe. But, did she win the North American? No, she did not win the North American Championship. Io Sky, obviously, one of the longest reigns in... Now, she used to be called Io Shirai when she was here in NXT. But still was one of the greatest champions in NXT history. Especially in the women's division. But she's now here back on NXT with a rolling neckbreaker there by JC. Well, with a delay in going for the pin. I don't know what that was all about. But Io Sky trying to build momentum. But JC Jane just busted. Believe she busted Io Sky open already? I don't know. I thought it was some red. JC goes to the top rope. Swan. Sit down on him. Io with the reversal. Kick to the face. Picking up JC. Io. And powerbomb in the middle of the ring by Io Sky. Picks her up again. Goes for a submission. Will JC Jane tap out? No. Now, if JC Jane loses this match, that definitely puts Io Sky in the NXT Women's Championship contending tier. I don't know. She should already be in there, but for now, she definitely, with picking up a win here over the NXT Women's Champion, would definitely go a long way. Now, we'll talk about free agents another time, because there are some free agents that people can sign in this universe mode, but we have to figure out what we want to do with that. And a huge Spanish fly here by Io Sky. And goes up to the top rope. Turns around. Oh, I think she tried to go for the over the moonsault. Did not work. As JC rolled out of the way. She's going to go for a rolling encore. No, just a powerbomb. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Kick out there by Io Sky. Now, if JC Jane can pick up a win over one of the top names that WWE has in the women's division, that would go big for JC. She wants and needs this win, in my opinion. Rolling encore. Goes for the pin. Will this do it? 1, 2. Oh, Io Sky with a kick out at 2. Io Sky telling JC to get up. Drop kick there by Io. JC rolling out to the... but that might have hurt her even more. She gets knocked off the apron and onto the concrete outside of the ring. Reversal there by JC. Oh, running knee. EO with the reversal. Goes to the pin. 1, 2. And kick out there by JC Jane at 2. Uppercut there by EO. Goes to the top rope. Goes for the over the moonsault, I believe. Goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Io Sky picking up a win over your NXT Women's Champion. Big win here by Io. I don't know if she was the favorite going into the match, but JC Jane did put up a great fight here tonight. Next up, you have another tag team match. This one between two members of Fatal Influence. As JC Jane, I just realized JC Jane, and then the next match is the other two members of Fatal Influence in Lainey Reed and Fallon Henley, as they take on the tag team of Lola Vice and Carmen Petrovic. There by Carmen. I might be, if these matches keep going this fast, I might be able to show SmackDown here tonight. At least I might be able to book it. I don't know if I can show it because with the amount of the matches that they have, it's going to be a while. So I have something I have to do in an hour and a half. So. So yeah, just give me 1 second, just plugging my laptop in. There we go. Lainey Reed with the knee. Carmen Petrovic with the reversal, tagging in all the Vice. Carmen was very slow. The Canadian and the Dominican, I believe, Lola is from, taking on the Americans and Laney Reed and Fallon Henley. I really like Fallon Henley in real life, to be honest, but I don't know if I like her as a heel. Both tag in. Now it's legal as Carmen Petrovic and Fallon Henley. One, two. Kick out there by Fallon Henley. Who's the third member? I can't remember her name. For Fatal Influence, before Laney Reed, I can't remember her name. Knee to the boot to the face of Fallon. One. Kicked out at one. Carmen turns Fallon around the knee. But Taunton says that lets Laney Reed get in and goes through the wall up. One, not even a one count on Carmen. One. Oh, that was a waste of it to come in there by Lola Vice. As long as she can tag Lola in, it should be okay. And Laney knocks Lola out off the ring apron as well as she takes Fallon in. Fallon, the current WWE Women's Speed Champion, goes for the knee from Carmen. 1, 2, and kick out there by Fallon Henley. Carmen showing a lot of heart in this match. Springboard moonsault. Tags Lola in. Picks her up with a foot. Oh, back heel kick. Double axe handle from the second rope. Tells Fallon to get up. Heel kick there. Goes to a pin. But Laney Reed breaks it up. Oh, back heel. A back fist into the face. 1, 2, 3. That will do it. The team of Lola Vice and Carmen Petrovic have picked up the victory. As we head into a huge main event. As we have a fatal four-way between Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, Drew McIntyre, and Oba Femi. Some of the biggest names that this NXT roster has. This is a huge match. There is no number one contender or anything on there, but you got to think that, and Obafemi is your current champion. So if he loses this match and gets pinned, you got to think that the guy who pins Obafemi is going to be a number one contender for the NXT championship. But this is just due to our top stars, let me see who the face of NXT really should be kind of match here as the main event of NXT. Balor, buckle bomb to Shinsuke Nakamura, goes for the pin. 1, kick out there by Shinsuke. Over, attacks Finn to the corner. Goes for the pin on over, spin. 1, only a 1 count. Shinsuke breaks it up. Thompson is of Shinsuke is Drew. DDT there by Drew McIntyre onto Finn Balor. Finn just walked up and over the stairs. That was actually pretty funny. Oh, tries to go for the Glasgow kiss on Obafemi is Drew, but reverses it and attacks Drew with a kendo stick. Oba going to the top rope. Now, you don't see this very often in Obafemi's matches, but he hits an elbow drop. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Oba with only a 2 count on Drew. As Finn's focusing his attack on Shinsuke Nakamura, and Obafemi's focusing his attack on Drew McIntyre. It's been kind of that way the whole match. Suplex there by Drew on Oba. Goes for the pin. 1. As Finn tried to get in, but no point as Oba kicked out. And move. Swing elbow there by Finn. But Oba tried to pin Drew right in front of Finn Balor. He did not appreciate that. DDT there by Drew on Oba by Finn. I believe he busted Oba up. Open 2. Sling blade by Finn Balor. Codebreaker there by Finn on Drew. And Shinsuke goes after Finn. Face first in the top turnbuckle. Body slam goes in. Finn rolls out of the tried to roll out of the ring, but Shinsuke said no. I don't know what happened there, but I think Drew tried to go for another Glasgow kiss. Body slam there by Oba. Shinsuke attacks Oba, tosses him to the rope. Arm drag there. Goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Shinsuke Nakamura just pinned your NXT champion as Finn couldn't get there in time. And you got to think, does this mean Shinsuke is could be up there as a competitor for the NXT championship after pinning Obafemi? What? Wow. All right, now I might book. Yeah, I have now, and it's I believe because of the card that SmackDown has, it's going to be a lot longer than an hour. So I'm probably going to book it now and then head off. I'm probably going to do it on stream. Now, where do I go for this stuff? Now, guys, don't get me wrong. I am not great when it comes to figuring things out. I'll have to SmackDown GM tell him that he doesn't have Naomi. Now, how do I book this? Do I need to make it as a custom match type? Let me see if it will let me do it on here. Yeah, it lets me do it on here, but it doesn't let me do it in Universe mode. That's so weird. All right. Now, oh no, here we go. It doesn't let me book. I think I tried the gauntlet match and it doesn't let me book it. You don't have LA Knight either, buddy. Shinsuke. Okay, I'm just going to end stream here, guys. Hope you all have a great day. And I'll book the match off stream. And then I will be streaming it later tonight. So please do come back. I will notify all of you. I will see you guys later tonight. Peace out.